Hi, this is Joe here with WSIB Truth Matters. I'm on the picket line downtown here in Toronto at 200 Front Street. You can see that they're here, very committed to their cause, which I respect. They're a union, they deserve a voice, and that they deserve the right to stand up for their own rights and for what they believe. And I'm here speaking with my friend, Thomas Chang. I've actually
head Picket captain of mobilization.
I know you, Thomas. I've had some of your
cases before.
Of course.
Good.
And so I was explaining to Thomas the reason why I wanted to come down. I've been very critical of the union, as you know, over the past few videos. But the last video, I wanted to also give you my thoughts on where I believe that the union has certain rights and has a certain obligation to pursue what they believe to be correct. And also the fact that, yes, they have large caseloads. I've always acknowledged this because I've seen it. I've handled cases. I see the files that come through my office. And I just wanted to know why he's here and their commitment to helping injured workers.
Thank you. We're here today because we support the most vulnerable of Ontario, the injured workers, and we care about them. Workload has been a significant issue for us for many, many years. We want to provide the best service that we can, but when they reduce the amount of training, when they increase the amount of caseloads, you cannot provide the same customer service that we want to provide and are used to providing.
It's a recipe for disaster because you make rush decisions, probably would not doing the due diligence that you would.
That's right.
If you didn't have so many cases where you got to move from one to the next.
We never want to treat any injured worker as a number, and we are at a breaking point where we are saying this is too much. We cannot provide the service that we want, and we should also be paid fair wages. We are only asking for cost of living. We are behind cost of living, sir.
So just cost of living.
We're just asking to keep up with cost of living.
Wow.
And so we have a number of factors that we are, of course, we are bargaining with our collective agreement. We are just trying to maintain what we have.
Yep.
And also everyone tries to make gains, right? That's part of our collective bargaining.
I can agree with you, Thomas, that I know that you're overworked. I did a video about 6 months ago. The video was talking about a little bit of the behind the scenes look for my contacts so that I know what's going on inside. And I knew then that there was a lot of struggles with a lot of cases. And yes, I recognize that more training needs to be done because people need to be equipped to be able to make decisions and feel comfortable with those decisions. And you can't do that if you're not trained properly.
And sir, this is supported by, we did an independent study by OCAL of a workload. And the person who ran the study, completely impartial, he said this is the worst results he's ever seen in running this test.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going through. STD is at an all-time high, which is short-term disability for our own members. And this is a big problem that needs to be recognized.
Well, Dave, Thomas, I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm going to share an unfiltered video. I'm not going to make any comments. I'm just going to introduce the episode, and I'll say, listen, this is coming from the union, not me. But I do understand, and I agree with the fact that I do believe you have far too many caseloads, and I do believe that you need more training. And if all you're asking for is to be paid according to inflation, just like everybody else, then I can't deny that as well. I agree that it would be the right thing to do. So, okay, my friends, well, thank you for taking the time. And our friend here, Thomas, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
It. And I hope that you get what you need.
Thank you, sir.
To get back to work soon.
We need to get back soon. We know we got to get back to serving the injured workers of Ontario. Yeah. There are a lot of people that are behind right now. They had said that they weren't behind, and now it's coming out. Now they're automatically allowing every claim, and then they're going to revisit. That's very dangerous.
Yes.
It's against the Constitution. It's against the rules.
Yes,
right?
I agree with that. It's a precedent that can cause a lot of headaches. And I don't agree with that. I think that cases need to be managed according to the merit and not just a blanket allowance like they're trying to do upstairs to keep these guys out the door as long as they can, to say, hey, you know what, we can do the job without you. But they can't.
They cannot.
They need these people back to work. And I'm I will do everything I can to get the guys upstairs to figure this shit out and get out of the fucking way. In true form, WSIB Truth Matters with Joe Machado coming to you from 200 Front Street in Toronto with Thomas Chang.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good day, huh?
Well, friends, I want to thank Thomas Chang for taking the time to speak with me. I'm sure he had a lot of questions from his colleagues on the picket line as they were going around behind us and seemed quite interested in the conversation. And I would say that, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I was able to get a good perspective from Thomas as to their issues as he described on camera. We did speak off camera for quite a while before and after the interview, and I was able to ascertain that in many ways the frontline workers, their objectives are very much aligned of those with injured workers in terms of the concerns that injured workers have, in terms of the decisions that are being made, denials, doctors being overruled. And a lot of it has to do with the guys upstairs, as I've always talked about. They're the ones controlling the purse strings. And I know the reasons for that. They're very nefarious, to be honest. But the people who should be paid well, they're only looking to have cost of living increases like everybody else. I don't think that's outrageous. I don't think that's out of the norm. We obviously know the concerns with too many caseloads and with not enough training. I see that every day. Every time that I look through a file or read a letter for one of our members, I see that. I've seen it for years and years. Nothing's changed. And I did mention that I had concerns, and my viewers had a lot of concerns about how they're treated by some case managers. We don't paint all of them with the same brush, but those very, very valid concerns, and he acknowledged that. Obviously, they're going to have to go through a process of making sure that everybody's on the same page and injured workers are treated with respect. I do believe that the majority want to do that, and that they need the leeway to be able to do their job unencumbered and allow claims based on merit and not have managers, directors, and VPs and above that, because they're the ones that really control the purse strings. Those like Jeff Lang, for example, who are not paying attention. They're not serving the workers and they're not serving their employees. And this is why we are in this mess. So yes, I would like to thank Thomas Chang for being candid and providing his viewpoint. And I'm going to continue to report on this matter as things progress. I will have other discussions with Thomas, and hopefully things will come to an end relatively soon and they can get back to work and they can start dealing with the real issues, which is getting workers' claims paid, because that's really, at the end of the day, that's what needs to be done. All right, my friends, as always, and until next time, take care.
We know that connecting with the right lawyer or paralegal to handle your case can be overwhelming. Do they have the expertise to handle your case? Do they have a good track record? Are they affordable? We've got you covered. Legal Pro Connect takes the guesswork out of finding the right legal provider. We've already done the vetting for you and connect you with the right lawyer or paralegal. With the expertise to handle your specific issue and at preferred rates. Get connected today. Visit www.wsibsettlements.com.